Hey, and welcome to this episode of Star Wars Declassified, where we look into the different myths, facts, and stories revolving around the Star Wars universe and lore. One of the most prominent Rebel cameos in Rogue One was the appearance of the Hammerhead corvettes, one of which is used to push one Star Destroyer into another, which breaks through the scare of Shield Gate during the film's climactic space battle. One question that ran through most people during this scene was whether this was a daring act of bravery by the Hammerhead crew or simply a kamikaze. Before we can jump straight into that, a brief overview of this ship and how it became canonized is important. Prior to Disney's acquisition of Star Wars, the Hammerhead ship was first seen in the popular video game Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. It was then afterwards selected to appear in the canon material Star Wars Rebels, which is set just a few years prior to Rogue One. The ships made their debut in the Season 2 episode, A Princess on Lothal. In that episode, Princess Leia works together with Phoenix Squadron to help the Rebel Alliance acquire the vessels. Entertainment Weekly's Anthony Bresnikan spoke with executive producer and Industrial Light and Magic Chief Creative Officer John Knoll about Rogue One and the mystery surrounding the Hammerhead crew. The survival of the ship's crew has been heavily questioned due to the Hammerhead last being seen plunging into scare of Shield Gate along with the destroyers. Knoll explains that this was a subject of a discussion during the production of the film, where the topic of adding a scene of lifeboats and escape pods shooting out would have been shown. However, director Gareth Edwards disliked it as he thought it would be a little distracting. Fortunately, Knoll and his animators were not deterred and found a way to save the crew. Quote, "The last shot you see of the Star Destroyers crashing through the gate, it's a very subtle thing, and it would probably be hard to tell this. But the lifeboats are all gone on the Hammerhead. It's my story that the Hammerhead crew got into the lifeboats and made it out." End quote. So there you have it, right from the horse's mouth. After such a fist pump moment, the Hammerhead crew did manage to survive the Star Destroyer attack and live to fight another day. That's all for this episode of Star Wars Declassified. If you enjoyed it, drop a like or subscribe to the channel for more content like this.